Hello, warriors. Welcome to the U Movement. I am B. It is about 3 o'clock in the morning here. I've been woken up a couple of hours ago because we had the craziest storm ever here with a lightning and thunder show that would wake anyone up. And I'm lying here struggling to get back to sleep, and I wanted to talk about something that I am observing now because I think it might resonate with a lot of you guys out there. So just to give you some background, I have spent the majority of my life feeling like I was living in the wrong time, on the wrong planet, and not in the right place at all. I used to kind of look at it like I was an anthropologist down observing this thing called family around me, like wondering like what the fuck. I'll just take some notes here and take some input in. And then throughout my life, because I had spent so much of my time accumulating information to get out of suffering and accumulating so much information to get out of, this health problem and that health problem, because the fact of the matter is the majority of health problems all boil down to trauma. So if you're overweight, inflamed, have diabetes, have skin conditions, have migraines, have you name it. You name the chronic condition to me, and then let's discuss where that originated from. And I'm going to say that it originates from trauma. Your doctor won't. Your doctor will say that it's a biological happenstance that happened inside like a bubble, and your environment had nothing to do with it. And I'm going to call it bullshit. Is what I'm going to call it on that. Because yes, our bodies are intelligent systems. And our bodies respond to toxic situations by getting overwhelmed, getting overloaded, going, no! So 2 great books that have come up in conversation a lot lately, and I've recommended them many times before, is The Body Keeps the Score by Bessel van der Kolk. Highly recommend that book, as well as When the Body Says No by Gabor Mate. And those 2 books were life-changing for me. They were like a clinch pin in the whole, whoa, okay, new approach to this. I'm going to start handling things my way. And my way is listening to the body. And that was one of the main things that created, finally, after 30 years, some real profound differences. But in the 30 years leading up to that, I have tried everything and anything to deal with one thing after another. I have no doubt that my doctor probably wrote me off as a hypochondriac because as an empath, specifically a medical intuitive empath, whenever I was working with people, I would, and even when I wasn't, I'd absorb other people's stuff as well as my own. So, getting to know yourself, having a certain degree of self-awareness makes another huge shift, because my whole life I've been accumulating all this information, and there's this happenstance that has happened time and time and time again. Is you meet people and they complain about certain disorders or discomforts or problems, and you're like, oh, I know the solution to that. I can solve that for you if you want. And then you offer a whole bunch of suggestions, and they have zero interest in listening to a word you say. Oh my God. So like I've been like that since I was a child. That's why I was so confused. And so I think a lot of us that are in this collective have been going through life with insights and pattern recognition and awareness and sensitivities. And yes, maybe it's because we're all neurodivergent. And we could see better ways of doing things, or see solutions to problems, or just see stuff. And you're like, well, if you did XYZ, you'd save time and energy. I was always about efficiency. You'd save time and energy if you did, or if you filed it like this, it might work better for you. Or if you stop doing this, it might have a different result for you. But ultimately, people do not like to change. People do not like to change. And so I feel where I'm sitting right now is like on this tipping point, the teeter-tottering at the very top of this tipping point, where all of a sudden I'm no longer not in my time. I'm stepping into my time. Like my time is, Spirit told me a couple years ago that by the time I was 55, I was going to like hit my prime, because I've never hit my prime. I've always noticed that, certain people hit their prime really early in life. They're fabulous as kids and like, oh my God, they can do no wrong. And then because they hit their prime when they're kids, it's a steady decline. And I'm like, well, it's a good thing I didn't hit my prime when I was a kid, man. I've seen people hit their prime in their like young adult years and like absolutely gorgeous, and they've got all their stuff together and things going well for them, and then aging did not go very well for them. And I've been like, am I ever going to hit my prime? When's my prime coming? I want a prime. And Spirit told me back in 2018, 55, that's what Spirit told me back then when I'm 20. I can remember the last party I went to. And I was still very fat and everything. And they were asking me a whole bunch of questions. So I said, I don't need to worry about my weight. It's all going to fall off and I'm going to be gorgeous at 55. So like I knew that my time was coming, that Led Zeppelin song, your time is gonna come. I know they probably mean it more like karmic, but like I was like, yes, my time is gonna come. I can't wait for it. And what is happening right now is I'm seeing my time come. I'm seeing myself finally having a reason or a purpose to exist on this planet, because man, have I wanted off of it. I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? Get me off. Let me pay off all my karmic debts and go. That's why I have no problem. I've mentioned a good few times about like karma tax, paying your karmic tax and your get out of jail tax. And I'll pay it. I'll lose the money. I'll pay it if that's going to get me off this planet once and for all, so I can get off the reincarnation wheel. Please, yes, please, because yes, the energy of this planet is heavy. The gravity of this planet is heavy. That's why my favorite place is to be in water. It has always been heavy. It has always been difficult. I've always felt like an outsider. I never fit in. I was weird. People called me weird. And try as I might to blend, there was definitely no blending happening. And what's happening, and I'd go through life having these situations over and over and over again, and I'd be like, well, I can hear what you're saying to me and I can give you my opinion, but I don't think you're gonna like it. And I would give my opinion, and it would cost me a lot of friendships, because when you tell somebody the truth that they're not ready to hear, they don't like it. They do not like it. Yes, your husband is toxic and narcissistic, and you need to leave them. I don't want to leave them. Okay. I'm going to do the countdown on how many months now that I've said that. Is there going to be created reasons why I'm not wanted in your life anymore? I've seen it happen too many times. Too many times when you tell people the truth, they will do a little dance and all of a sudden become a lot less available to you, because you can see their shadow. You can see their truth. You can see the truth that they don't want to see. So you quickly become persona non grata. You're not welcome around these parts anymore with your ability to see the truth. And worse than your ability to see the truth is your ability to speak your truth. And I can even remember the last time that this happened, and that was only like within a year or two ago. Somebody came to me and they're like, I want you to tell me the truth. This is happening. And I said, okay, listen. Do you really want the truth? Or would you rather I just hold space for you and maybe I should just hold space for you and let you complain? I don't really think you want the truth. Do you really want the truth? Yes, of course I want the truth. Yeah. And I knew in that moment that relationship was going to be dead in the water, and it was. Within the next 6 months, it was, which was very sad because I cared about them a lot. But I called it the truth. And as a truth teller, that's a very difficult role to play in a society that doesn't want to know the truth. Convenient lies are way softer and more gentle and a happier way to live than facing the truth. Nobody wants to look at the reality that their drinking is the thing that's causing their kidney problem, or that their relationship is toxic and it's what's causing the majority of their stress, and that the job that they're in is not in alignment with their soul, or that, and the list goes on and on and on, that their eating is the problem. So when you call it out and you say, this continual sinusitis that you have would be cured by quitting dairy, they're like, no, that's not the problem. The problem is something else. And I'm like, okay, the problem is something else. You'll have to figure it out in your own time, in your own way, and this and that. So one of my greatest challenges, not living in the right time, on the right planet, in the right way for the first 50 years, has been this dance of like, do I speak and say the truth, or do I shut up and like say nothing? Because if I speak and say the truth, I'm going to risk losing somebody that I care about. And if I shut up, then I risk losing a little piece of myself, because I'm no longer living in authenticity. There's a new word for us today. It's 3:30 in the morning. Bear with me. So this coming to this place of this prime, and I bring this story up because, a lot of you might resonate with empath, starseed, light worker, sensitive, neurodivergent, twin flame, any of these things. And you've gone through your whole life feeling out of place, like looking at the world around you going like, what the holy hell is this crazy? And not fitting in. And because you didn't fit in, you were further victimized and being like an outcast or a black sheep or, ridiculed, bullied, had horrific experiences, which only made the situation 10 times worse. And what I'm in the observation now of seeing is like, now all of a sudden my truth is valued. Like people are seeking it out. People are hiring me because I know truth. That's what I've always known. It's an amazing thing to know, but it's had its challenges. And so maybe you're sitting in an energy where you've always known certain things or felt certain things or experienced certain things. And I'm hoping that in this video, I can offer you a little bit of hope that, perhaps your time is coming. If it hasn't come yet, it's on its way, especially if you identify as like a light worker, starseed, twin flame, any of these types of energies, because the fact of the matter is you were never supposed to fit in. I was never supposed to fit in with the old system. I was never, ever supposed to blend in with the age of Aquarius. I stood out like a sore thumb. And in the age, sorry, did I say Aquarius? Pisces, in the age of Pisces. But we're in a new age now. And in this new age that like started last year, I'm already feeling like, look, my time is coming. I can see it. I can see it. I can see it. Like every single day, just like little dribs and drabs gets like a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better. So like, hold on. If right now things feel totally confusing, totally shit, totally depressing, and you're going through all the purges and the dark night of the soul and everything else, is just keep going, keep holding on. Let me offer you right now here today the tiniest of little bits of hope, that when you keep chipping at it, you're leading yourself to what you were always meant to do. And I'm seeing it now, not only in me, but I'm seeing it in some others that I work with, that like they're right at the precipice of like stepping into their power and being fully who they always were meant to be on this planet in this time, which is their time being now. So this is our time for a lot of us that have, it's been a hard slog. And the next couple of years are really going to lead us into, like, I've got 3 years to go before I'm 55. So that's going to be when I'm like, yes, I'm in at my physically fitness. I'm in my sexiest woo vibe. I'm going to glow the fuck up, is what I'm going to continue to do. I'm going to be in my power. I'm going to unfuck all of the other little things that are standing in my way that, that's what I've been doing. Look back to where I came. So just keep going is my message. Just keep going. I think I can was one little story that I read as a child, and it was one of my favorite stories because that was me. I think I can. I'm going to just keep going. I'm going to keep on plugging and chugging and doing all the things that you need to do to get there. Because that's a long, slow climb to being in hitting your prime. So you haven't hit your prime yet, is my message. Your prime is coming. The good is coming. The blessings are coming. The gold is coming. The miracles are coming. I can already see them. They're little miracles. Like just the very fact I have a YouTube and I have people watching and people going, yes, I resonate with what you're saying. And I'm like, what is happening? What is happening? People aren't running away from me saying, stop telling me the truth. And I posted a video yesterday where I was like, oh, I'm going to trigger some people with this because, like, that's just it, is I'm scared to trigger people. And somebody left a comment saying, keep saying your truth. So I'm going to keep saying my truth, and I hope it continues to resonate with you, because I want to help people. I want to help people heal. I can see where the problems are. So if you're willing to listen to the cold hard truth and have somebody tell you something that's actually going to make a change instead of somebody blowing smoke up your ass, then this is you've come to the right person, because I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm going to tell it to you as it is, and if you got to quit the dairy, I'm going to tell you to do that. And if you don't want to do that, then that's okay. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to take my advice. But eventually you're going to be like, oh shit, she was right. Because that's the thing, is eventually, and I'm not saying I'm right about all things, but when I'm right about the stuff that's making you sick, and when you try it, I don't know, just give it a go. Just give me a chance to heal something, and see if I'm right on it. So, like, if I actually tell you to do something that you don't want to do, just try it for a month. Just 1 month. Just try it for 1 month. Some of the healing tools and things that I've suggested that you do, and see if it makes a difference. See if it does. Because I think, and this doesn't come from ego, but this comes from experience, is I think that if you gave me the opportunity to tell you XYZ is what you need to do, and then you followed and did XYZ, that you're going to see actual results. And I think you will see far better results than some maybe expert opinions that you've paid more for, and that you've even like tools, techniques, or strategies that you've invested lots of money into, or they had like long letters after their name. I think my way might work. I don't know. So let's test the theory. Because the more people that are listening to me now, which is like blowing my mind, and it excites me, and when they come back to me and they're like, yeah, I was following your advice and I did XYZ and it like helped, and I'm like, yes, I know it. I want to celebrate with you. I want to celebrate all of the successes, the breakthroughs, those miracle aha moments that come, the relief, the breaking of the cycles, the freedom. Let's all celebrate freedom together. Freedom from the conditions and the addictions and the trauma and the terror and the emotions. Freedom. I want to lead us all to freedom. And I want to see you in your prime. I do. I want us all to be standing, celebrating down the road, going, look at what we fucking created. We healed the world. We stood in our power, and we are just amazing. Now let's levitate off this planet and go get free. Oh, yes. Wouldn't that be nice? That would be so nice. That would be so nice. Yes. I want to help you any which way I can to elevate you up out of the suffering and into the freedom. If you would like to book with me to discuss some of your private stuff that is going on, the things that you're struggling with on the body, on the emotions, on the mind, on the spiritual, in your environment, in your relationships, in your jobs, whatever. Let's talk about it. See where my little intuitive truth teller might come up with some solutions for you. send me off an email to set up an appointment. And if you want to join me on the Spiritual Warrior Support Group Zoom meetings, that's an opportunity for you to also bring up some of these issues that you might want to address. Next meeting, I believe, is Sunday at 11:11 a.m. in the morning, and that's only like $11.11 donation. You ask me your questions there, if you would rather. And we've got our dance off to dance out some of those emotions coming up. And then, of course, I have a plethora of YouTube videos with tons of truth and tools and strategies and techniques. And those are divided up in like a countless amount of playlists to find what you were looking for, divided by category of emotion, body, whatever. So check out the playlists if you haven't already. And with that all said, I'm going to just say thank you very much for seeing me, for hearing me, for listening to my truth, for it resonating and not sending people off triggered, getting angry or irritated. That's a totally different vibe that I am like, yes, I dig it. I don't diggity, don't dig it. So yes, we're walking into the prime of our life, people, and I dig it. Peace and in, peace out and in.